Hi, I'm Yash. I'm 25 years old. I moved to the UK 3 years ago, that is in 2022, and now I'm finally back in India and I have a lot of things to share. So let's go. Hi, I'm recording this video for the second time because my stupid ass forgot to turn on the record button. Well, last 3 years of my life were fun, were exciting, and I would say they were adventurous. I did a lot of things which I always dreamt about, which I always wanted to do. I got amazing exposure. I got an amazing opportunity, which I'm of course really, really grateful for. Few highlights of my journey were studying in one of my favorite universities, studying the university I always dreamt about, getting graduated in front of my parents, traveling Europe with my friends, living with my friends, creating crazy memories in past 3 years, and it has been fun. The journey was exciting, was thrilling. I've learned quite a lot of things in those past 3 years. I've changed as a person, my perspective, everything got evolved, I would say. And now the life came full circle. I'm finally back in India from where it all started. Well, if you guys don't remember, I'm pretty sure you don't remember the this place. I started recording over here for the very first time, for the fact, like, you know what, later on when I'll see this video, it will remind me like the day when I was leaving India to go to the UK. And that's exactly what I did. When I was on my flight back to Delhi, I watched that first video where I felt like a rookie. I still am, but we are now 770 subscribers strong, and I'm really proud of it. It's an achievement for me. I always wanted to help students and show them the real problems that I was facing, and also telling them about things which I face so that you don't have to. Keeping the entire honest truth about studying abroad, about how romanticized it is, and all those things. I think I just little successful in doing that, and I will keep continuing doing that. So just wanted to share why I moved back to India. So there were quite a lot of reasons. The first and primary reason was I moved to India a little earlier than expected due to some family problems. And apart from that, the stage I was in at my career, I believed, like, it is defined by it is being defined a lot by government policies. The new shift in the policies, the new white paper which got released, they changed a lot of things. They made visa sponsorship higher, they made visas higher, they made it really difficult for international talent to stay in the country and work in the country. And one day I just realized, like, I don't want my career to be defined by that, and I don't want to stay in a country for a long term anyways, so why not just take a leap? And the major problem with international students not able to get sponsorship is that most of the students go there for their masters right after the bachelor's. Is the exact same mistake which I did. Like, I went to do my masters right after my graduation. So I believe you should have some quality work experience over here in India or any other country you're going from, as it really develops you, it really builds your skill set, it really builds your knowledge about what you want to do and what you are good at. So those things play a vital role. When you go to the UK, you study, and after that you look for jobs. So that was one mistake which I did. And I'm glad, like, I found the right opportunity. My first job came after, literally, I'm not kidding, filling more than 900 to 1000 applications, and I'm not even exaggerating that number. It was even unpaid for a couple of months, until unless I found a better opportunity. And I was lucky enough to work in a company which was filled with great people who taught me a lot of things, and where I enjoyed working. So that was a great step in my career, I would say. And I'm secondly, like, how government is changing laws against immigrants, against the international crowd or international talent that is going to the UK. Like, if you are aware, like, first of all, PSW's cost is going up every year. I paid 1900 pounds something, but few of my friends who got PSW this year ended up paying close to 3000 pounds, which is quite significant increase. And it might go up again, and the duration of the PSW might decrease as well. So those things made me felt uncertain, and I didn't want it to be in that space as well. After that, like, the sponsorship and the skilled worker route criteria is getting increased. Initially it started with 33, then 37, now 41. I know people would say, like, it's 41 is for new entrant, we come in 35 slab, we come in 33 slab. Overall, what I'm trying to say is, it's getting increased, and there is no certainty that it will stay at that level. It might increase, it might decrease, I don't know. but as of the trend I have seen, it just went up. So now imagine, like, there's a person who went to the UK to study for their masters right after the bachelor's with 0 years of work experience, and now you are fortunate enough, you worked hard and you got a job. You work in that job for 2 years. Now at the time of sponsorship, a company can give you x amount of hike. Like if you're working at 25, 26, 28, 30k, the company won't increase it to 41k, to 38k in fact, just to meet the sponsorship criteria. Like some companies might do it, but the percentage of those people are very very rare, like very very rare. So that is a problem. Like you spend a lot of money. You, the few people and few student I know have taken loans to study for their masters, and later on they want to repay those loans. And to pay repay those loans in that 2 years is really difficult, obviously, so you need a sponsorship. But you are fresh graduate, it gets really difficult for you to get into the sponsorship bracket itself. So that's a trap, I think. And I was not very sure, like, do I want to continue staying over there? Because when initially you graduate, you don't have the criteria like I want a 35k plus job. When you are a fresher, you are just like, I just want a job in my field which helps me sustain. And that's exactly what I did. It might be a mistake, it might not be the right route forward, but it is what it is. Like I had to do it, so I did it. And that same thing happened with a couple of my other friends as well. Like they got jobs in their industry, in their field, working amazing companies, working in amazing roles. But again, they were working at a base salary, like a little bit more than a base salary, like in the bracket of 24 to 30. And no company was ready to give them 35, 36 plus just for the sake of sponsorship. Now if you're in IT roles, if you're in tech focused roles, the story might differ for you. But in non-tech roles like marketing, sales, operations, and supply chain, it gets little difficult to get into that sponsorship bracket in the first place. So that was the reason which I decided, like, you know what, I think I should move back to India. And it was a very strategic move. I thought, like, I never wanted to stay in any country for very long, and this is the right time to leave UK and go to India. Because first of all, India is growing, India is getting recognized globally. Globally, a lot of companies are investing in India. I thought, why not use this global exposure as a tool and excel in my career? Because that is my long term plan. It could be different for you. For me, it was like my quality of life would come with staying with my family. For someone, quality of life could be staying independently. So that is very subjective and highly depends on you. But for me, my priority is to have a fulfilling career. And I thought I could use this global exposure of working with US clients. I work with European clients, East Asian clients. So why not use this global exposure and global skill set to good use? And I figured out, like, in India, I could utilize it much better as compared to the UK. And that's exactly what I did. I was fortunate enough to network with people who are far more experienced than me, who have far more uh, knowledge than me. And that really helped me shape how I talk, how I put my points forward, and how I articulate my thoughts. So that thing really helped me excel in my roles. And I believe I could use that same learning over here in India and help Indian companies, help Indian startups grow as well. So I just made a decision. I'm like, you know what? I will be better off if I go back to India. I'll save a lot of money and I'll cut down my costs a lot. Like, not even a lot. Like, almost all the costs would be cut because I'm living at my home. I'm living with my parents and I don't have to pay bills. I don't have to pay groceries. And that's just because I am really grateful for this and I'm really lucky to have this. So I think, why not utilize that and use it as a pedestal in my career and take a step forward. So that's what exactly I'm going to do. And in at last, I would just say, look, I made this channel to help students, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. I know there are a lot of consultancies out there who are helping you selecting the university, selecting the courses, and then they have partnered with the universities, they get a major chunk of that thing. No, that sort of thing over here. If you reach out to me, and if I can help you, I would help you, of course, in choosing the university and the course, but also in, like, how you can utilize that few months, or in fact a year, that you have before you go to the UK for your masters, to build up your skill, to build up your profile, to build up projects, and how you can utilize those things and put yourself put your best self out there in the UK market when you go over there to study, and how you can secure jobs, how to network over there, what type of people to connect with, what type of companies to apply with, how should you distribute your application process. So all those sort of things I'll be more than willing to help you all. So please feel free to reach out to me, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.